Good evening, Jason Hunter, Ward 1. Poor, pitiful RPU has no money and needs this rate increase to avoid falling apart, right? Right, that's what I'm hearing? How come nobody mentions, okay, we haven't had a rate increase in 7 years. Do you know what rates are up since 2003? 150% at water and 50%, actually it's 130% at water and 50% at electric. Why isn't that ever mentioned, right? And what happened because of those rate increases, both in 2003 and then afterwards in 2008? We accumulated we currently have $323 million in unrestricted reserves. And no, that doesn't count San Onofre and the rest of that. We've got a separate reserve for that for another $140 million, okay? And what's going on with the reserves? Okay, I had a prepared speech, but I'm not going to use it. This rate increase is based upon one and only one thing: deception, okay? We've got reserves rising just year on year, 20 million over at electric. This is not my statement. This is from RPU's financials. You got $278 million over at electric and another 60 at water. And we're getting around the reserve policies, blowing through the maximum reserves. You know how we're doing it? We're running a shell game. We're moving money around. We're hiding reserves. Okay? It's all there. Take a look at it. Freeze frame that and take a look at the statements on it. Okay? When this rate increase first started, talk about a bad start. What did they do? They actually hired a polling firm for $42,000 and a PR firm for $42,000 under the city manager's limits, okay? So you guys didn't have to approve it. In order to what? Find out what our needs were for infrastructure? No, to fool you sucker councilmen and the sucker public into figuring out what the buzzwords were to actually manipulate us into buying this rate increase. The partnership compensation model. How can I trust anything that staff has to say when I know every single rate increase includes an automatic salary raise for our employees? I can't trust anything. How about telling the public 18% of the rate increase is just new taxes? That could be eliminated immediately. It's not going to go to provide any new electric or water service to the people. You know, next slide, please. How about when the notice went out for the, please put it down so you can see, when the notice went out to the public about the water, the rate hike, it mentions water, but it never mentions electricity. I'll bet you most of your constituents don't even know there's an electric rate hike going on. Only the water is mentioned in there. That went out in the mailers. You know, we had independent consultant reports being manipulated, being missing. We have missing resolutions with the city manager and city attorney's contracts. Those are the two people who were driving this rate increase. And I don't believe them. I think it's dishonest. This whole rate increase has been dishonest from the start. And I'm with Steve Adams. I think we need to get some new honest dealers in here and take another look at this entire rate increase. Thank you.